Revisionist History is one of the best storytelling podcasts, so we're going to take a look at what they do well and discuss 6 things that we can learn from the show. Revisionist History is a podcast by Malcolm Gladwell. Every episode re-examines something from the past, like an event, a person, or even a song, and investigates to see if anything was overlooked or misunderstood about the subject. The podcast is relayed in a storytelling fashion, with samples of a variety of different audio content, like field recordings and historical soundbites, inserted throughout the story to complement the narration. These soundbites are what make the podcast different from an audiobook. This variety of content gives the listener a more engaging experience and makes it easier for them to visualize the story. So think about doing field interviews that you can take clips from to complement your story. This is very easy to do with Riverside's mobile app. Throughout most of the episode, there's instrumental music underneath Malcolm Gladwell's voice that is originally composed and perfectly crafted to complement what he is speaking about. The music changes throughout the episode based on the content, engaging the audience even more.
Because in that moment, half a century ago, the way we think about sports and social protest shifted forever in ways that we are still wrestling with today. 2 extraordinary figures made that iconic moment possible. One, Bud Winter, an eccentric tactician who reinvented what it meant to be a coach.
You don't have to compose music yourself to include it on your show, but you do have to make sure that it's copyright free. Some great websites that you can use to find music for your show are artlist.io, Mixkit, and Adobe Stock Audio. This show has run for 6, almost 7 seasons, with 10 episodes in each season. By running seasons on shows, it allows you to organically take a little bit of time off from creating your podcast in order to avoid burnout. It makes things a little bit more manageable. It gives a great excuse for a rebrand or to change things up a bit, and it gives you time to collect feedback from your listeners. So do yourself a favor and release your show in seasons. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you prioritize getting your audience excited about the upcoming season. Revisionist History has a trailer for every season. This lets the audience know what to expect and helps them get excited for the launch of the new season. Malcolm also talks about the release of the upcoming season in the final episodes of the previous season, constantly reminding the listener to come back for more. If you listen to the very first episode of the podcast and the most recent one, recorded 6 years apart, you'll realize that they both have the same ads. This is because the podcast allows for dynamic ad insertion. Dynamic insertion ads is when a pre-recorded ad, recorded either by the host or the advertiser, uses technology to selectively place it within an episode. This allows ads to change based on episode content, listener demographic, timing of promotions, current affairs, and is even great for ad swaps with other podcasts. So monetize your podcast by setting it up for dynamic insertion ads on podcast ad management sites like Pod Ads. If you want to set up your episodes to be able to swap ads in and out yourself, rather than using technology to selectively choose which ads will be in your show, then you should check out Buzzsprout's dynamic content tool. This will allow you to swap the ads in and out yourself without having to re-upload a new episode with a new baked-in ad. Revisionist History is part of the audio production company called Pushkin. Pushkin has created their own subscription service that gives subscribers access to all of their content for ad-free listening, bonus content, and early access to episodes. This gives top fans a way to be more involved in the community and allows the podcaster to make a little bit of money for all of their hard work. Now, you don't have to be part of a production company in order to do this. There are a few ways to create subscriptions for your show. You can create subscriptions on Apple through the Apple Podcasters program, on Spotify through their hosting site Anchor, or you can use a website called Patreon, which is great to facilitate this process. That is 6 actionable tips that you can take away from the Revisionist History podcast. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to be notified every time we post a new video that will help you take your content to the next level.